think we're gonna beat Phantom Hourglass today, and then transition on into Spirit Tracks. Hey Skyhawk, thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Really, Kumba? Yeah, you think they'd have a correction for that, right? Do a quick check. Are you in the channel? Yes or no? They're gonna give that to me? I didn't think so. I'm gonna be slightly less terrible when I draw it. There we go. Happy Monday doesn't have the same ring to it. Yeah. Happy Zelda Day. That's what we'll have next week, Monday. It's one of the glories of the rotating Zelda schedule. On Fridays, weeks where Zelda's Day is on a Friday. Get it again the next stream day. Got to play some Xenoblade Chronicles X last night. After a little bit of a issue, Nintendo forgot about like the observance of daylight savings time, so when they said it was going to be available at midnight Eastern, what they really meant was 1 a.m. Eastern. It was about an hour late, but we still got to enjoy it. And I have to say I recommend it. If you want to see a 7-minute pitch for the game, I made a highlight of this cool cutscene that kind of shows what the game world looks like. Also includes me kind of explaining a little bit of the backstory. Not any major spoilers, like the first 4 minutes of gameplay. And like the really, really pretty open game world. I think it improves on Xenoblade Chronicles in just about every way, and it has, at least in my opinion, a way more interesting story. Didn't really feel gripped by the characters or the story in the original Xenoblade Chronicles, but I am really interested in what's going on in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Also check it out. I might go ahead and play it on Twitch off my normal stream hours if I get extra time. We'll see what makes sense. Yeah, looks really good. If you need something to sell you on it. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. How you doing, Linebeck? Well, I guess you don't really have to play Xenoblade Chronicles to get into Xenoblade Chronicles X. They're not, like, related story-wise in any way. But you should probably play Xenoblade Chronicles first, because X is an improvement on the original in every way. It would be kind of hard to do X and then go back to the way it used to be, if that makes sense. Sort of like playing Mass Effect 2 and then trying to play Mass Effect for the first time. Doesn't feel so like there's a hole in your heart. It can only be filled by juice when you go from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2. Alright, let's loop around, hit this spinny tornado. Last time on Phantom Hourglass, we got a jewel that's going to let us get through this tornado safely. So I don't really have a reasonable way to deal with these sharks. It might just be that we have to jump over them when they come at us. Yeah, I think that's the correct solution. And they kind of just leave you alone. Tamara, how you doing? I'm playing Zelda Phantom Hourglass today until 6 o'clock Pacific. Decent chance we'll beat it before then. And I've got Spirit Tracks set up and ready to go. Picked it up on Amazon. Bob Ross roaming around in the Hellboat. Alright. True Facts. Isle of Ruins. I like both of those things. Islands, ruins. Really excited to even get past Spirit Tracks, because that's the Fall of Link timeline, which is like all of my favorite titles in the series. It's got Link to the Past, Zelda 1, both Oracle games, Link Between Worlds, Link's Awakening, Zelda 2, not so much. Still a good game though. I guess the only 2D Zelda game that I really, really like. Minish Cap, and that's not even in one of the timelines. It's a precursor to Ocarina of Time. Zelda 2 is not a bad game. It's just, it's a different game. Pretty wildly different game when that was a trend for Nintendo and for third-party companies making games for Nintendo, like how Simon's Quest is so different. Yeah, the standout there is how Mega Man 2 is so similar to Mega Man 1. Almost every other company at the time was doing a pretty innovative, different sequel, Final Fantasy 2. Those with power, the path to the kingdom will bring glory. Third night. Strange sequels. Yeah, I think I agree, Dauber. I love all those games. No 3D titles in that that timeline at the moment. I wonder if that's by design. They kind of want to group the timeline stylistically, like Toon Link games are all in one timeline, you know. Standard 3D Link games are in one timeline, or prior to the timeline split. Yeah, it'll be fun to do Zelda 2 again. It's a good game. Did a lot of fun things. Let's not mess around with like possibly the worst enemy in Zelda. It's important. It's an important enemy. I don't think they should get rid of likes, but damn if they're not a pain in the ass, you know. That one a real rupee? Yeah, I guess so. Good design. They teach you to suspect the rupees with that first one. I'm probably going to have to use a walkthrough for Zelda 2. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. There's a couple parts in that game. It's not quite as bad as Kneel by the Lake, like Simon's Quest, but there are a couple sections that are tricky like that.
That's pretty good conveyance. Conveyance means show, don't tell.
Pretty good conveyance, you gotta say. Jump! Yeah. They're designed for you to hate them. I don't think they should ever get rid of likes, but man, do they freak me out. Whoever came up with the idea of, oh man, we should have likes that have like a little rupee lure. Gets a special circle in hell. You're a beautiful treasure. I could work chaos, yeah. We'll revisit when we get there. I mean, I'm definitely gonna run a world map, like, for Zelda 1. Because that will reduce the length of the run by a factor of, like, 10. The alternative is just gonna run around and bomb every wall pixel and burn every bush. Fun to do when you're a kid, but... Yeah, Sega. They're still doing Valkyria Chronicles. They haven't really done a lot with Sonic, unfortunately. Not a lot good with Sonic, I should say. As someone who hasn't played any modern Sonic games, just heard that they're not very good. Ever heard of Vocaloid before? Yeah, Spikey, I'd like to see, much like how Final Fantasy II and Final Fantasy VIII could work with a little bit of iteration. I think we could see the same thing if they ever tried to make another Zelda 2 type game. I wonder how that would be received. Like, just the announcement of its development would be received, you know? We haven't had a, like, chronological sequel to Zelda 2 since it came out. It's still the last game in any timeline, as far forward as you can get. They could do it that way. I found a pyramid. I found a pyramid. I've heard good things about the Yakuza titles. Impressive ruins I got here. I wonder if there are medals here. Big keyhole. Let's get the king's key. Think so? What does this thing say? Hey, there's a dude. What's up, buddy? Tell me your deal. This is the Cobble Kingdom, land of the sea. The sea people that was destroyed long ago. One of the 4 knights. I am the 3rd knight. We're supposed to go talk to this guy. Something working. Yes. Got it. Sure can. All about calming rage, killing monsters. Doylan. It's like my name, but with an extra O in it. Temple to the east. Alright, what you opening? Those games have really good soundtracks. I've never played any of the Total War titles, but they come up on Rainwave all the time, the video game radio station that I listen to. Oh, by the way, thank you again to Knight and to Chaos, who both donated $15 last night. You see the donation goals ticked up a little bit. We're increasing the SP bonus for donations from now until the end of the 24-hour stream. Factor of 2. I think I need to update the panels below the stream. But the goal is to get to that 4-hour January 2016 stream before the end of December. I think we can do it. There's going to be a raffle when we do the 24-hour Mario stream. A bunch of cool stuff to give away, like we're going to do some bead sprite commissions, offer a couple blocks of stream time. We got a bunch of game keys that were donated primarily by Chaos and also by Apex and Kami. Thank you to all of them. Go into that in a little bit more detail when we get closer to the 24-hour stream, but I'll probably put a Google Doc together that summarizes how the whole thing's going to work and put it in that 24-hour section. It'll be fun though. I think we got a good schedule of what games we're going to play. Trying to do a mix of games that we can actually reasonably beat, you know, like Mario 1, 2, 3, World, and games that we will not have time to beat, but it would be fun to play for a couple hours, like Super Mario Sunshine. Oh, I'm happy to help, Tamara. Bring one bright source in your day. My wife Andrea had a pretty rough day today. She's home, eating some bagel bites and taking a nap. She might pop in if she wakes up later. I know that feel. It's the Bob Ross quote about sometimes you gotta have some dark colors, have some sad times so you know when to appreciate the good ones. I'm waiting on the good ones right now. He's a delightful man. I'm so glad that they're able to make that a permanent thing on Twitch. You ever need something calming to listen to chill you out, you can always pop over to Bob Ross's YouTube channel, or if it's a Monday, they'd still do the live stream. Bagel bites plus nap. It's Friday. Oh, you guys are kind of say so. Let me know if that ever changes. I'd like to keep that that atmosphere as much as possible. Don't want this to be a place where you don't feel cheered up. Makes sense. Let's keep moving. Bad rats. What is that? Yeah, right? I don't know, his outlook is just so he's patient, I think is what it is. And sometimes it's hard to be patient. No, I haven't. What's that, Dauber? Is there a channel that's like doing Bob Ross paintings with Mario Paint? That could be really cool. Try to do Bob Ross with bead sprites, so I don't think you'd be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time. Mario Paint. Oh, that's really cool. Bad Dudes. Only game that has bad in the title that I've played. Are you a bad enough dude to save the presidents, etc., etc.? Game's actually not too bad. NES title. It was also a arcade title. Only ever played the NES version, not the arcade version. Whoa, falling in holes. That's what we're doing now. Tripping. Tripping, slipping. Killing Stalfos. That's really cool. I miss Mario Paint, man. I get a little bit of my Mario Paint hook by playing Mario Maker, because it uses a lot of the same, like, UI elements. Guys doing gymnastics with each other, the undo dog. I am the second knight, Doylan. I'm the protector of the key that keeps the land sealed. I'm impressed you were able to clear the traps and monsters in the temple. Not stop one who is trying to return the king to sleep. Take the king's key. You know where to take that. You got the king's key. Does it go in my... Okay, great. I was hoping it went in my inventory and it wasn't something I had to lug around with me. Yeah, Yukupo, it's awesome. It's awesome, and it's invisible to someone who didn't play a lot of Mario Paint back in the day. I feel like there might be at least one other game that's done that, but they get the same sound effects. There's playing around with the title screen letters. You could do that in Mario Paint as well. I used to spend so much time in that game as a kid. I didn't have a computer at the time that I had Mario Paint, so it was really novel for me. And you got to do the really, really rad bug swatting game, which I think is actually also in Mario Maker. I haven't unlocked it or messed around with it. I saw a post talking about it. Could be cool. I really liked it, Tamara. So I felt a little bit lukewarm when I was playing the original Xenoblade Chronicles. Like the gameplay was really cool. It was neat to see a Japanese take on the Western RPG is kind of how I interpreted it. Like this is Japan trying to do Skyrim or Fallout. But I felt like it needed some iteration. They needed to come at it again, learn some lessons from the first go at it. And I think that Xenoblade Chronicles X did a great job with it. If you want to see 7 minutes that I think will sell you on the game, if you're at all interested in it, it's in my highlights now. Very, very short, just shows like a cutscene that kind of shows off the graphics, a little bit of the battle system, and then a little bit of the like world exploration system. It also has a universe that I'm a lot more interested in. For whatever reason, Xenoblade Chronicles didn't really grip me on the characters. I didn't connect very closely with Shulk or Fiora or the other characters in the game. But this one, the main character is like a blank slate. They're more like a Tidus or a Luke Skywalker person that doesn't really... They have a memory loss issue. So there's a reason for the other characters to be constantly informing them about the universe. They act as an audience stand-in. That's not a prerequisite for a good game, but I like games that do that. It's a cool sort of storytelling. It means you can make your storytelling more about discovering, exploring the game world, and less about understanding the backstories of the characters within them. It's really good HDL. I enjoyed it. You can find it on... I got the playthrough on YouTube. It's only the first 2 hours. I think even if you choose to play the game yourself, you can watch those without feeling super spoiled by it. I had viewed absolutely nothing about the game. I didn't watch any trailers, didn't hear anyone talking about the plot, so I had no idea what I was going in for on it. Completely blind. That's fine, Darkstar. If I end up drawing you, I might have to pick it up and defer, like, the actual time we play by a week or so. Alright, drain away the water. Square Enix has an official Twitch stream? That's not a surprise. You'd hope everybody would at this point. I think that, well, maybe they were doing that, remember there was like a 14-hour stream? Was that on Square Enix's channel? Final Fantasy 14? Hey, HDL, how you doing? Hey, Drifter. Pokemon. Nope, I'm not doing a speedrun. My shtick on Twitch, I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome game ever made, live on the channel. So if you wanted to check out what we've done so far, you can go to games.marstead.com. Right now, 1 day a week, we're putting to the Zelda series. and we've been making some really good progress. We beat Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask 3DS, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. We're probably going to beat Phantom Hourglass today, and then transition right into Spirit Tracks. Just kind of moving through the games. Most of them are going to be blind playthroughs. We're going to try to play every awesome game. It's way more than I've ever played myself. But I think that you have time in a human lifetime to complete. I've played every Zelda game except for Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, so these are 2 opportunities to see me do something blind. That said, if you've watched speedrunners for this game and you know something about their tactics, I really am always interested to hear how speedrunners will, get into the engine of a game and make up frames and seconds and sometimes minutes, so feel free to share that. That'd be cool to hear. Haven't gotten to Oracle of Seasons and Ages yet. We're going in chronological order according to Nintendo's timeline. That means that it splits after Ocarina of Time. And the way I'm doing it is I did the Majora's Mask split first, so that's Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess. Then the Wind Waker split is what we're working on right now, and then the last timeline is the Fall of the Hero. So that's Link to the Past, the Oracle games, Link Between Worlds we'll do. Really looking forward to those. Those are some of my favorite games. I love the 3D Zeldas, but my heart is with the 2D Zeldas. It's when I think of this series, that's really what I think of. Link to the Past in particular is my favorite one. This might be right. Does it respawn if it's wrong? It may have been wrong. I think we have to go back up and come back and respawn the rock. Oh no, it respawns for us. That's good of them. This is following that rule I mentioned for Mario Makers, that if you're designing a level, you should try to do it in such a way that the player never has to leave a room and reset it, or has to kill themselves or collect start over. Sometimes it's not possible. You just can't do it, but I think that should be a design goal when you can. There are some glitches in this game, that's interesting. Not a lot of people playing Phantom Hourglass on Twitch. The Oracle of Seasons and Ages are 2 games that I played when they were released, and that was a long time ago now. I played both of them back to back, and that was the only time I ever played them, so those will effectively be a blind playthrough for me. There might be certain boss fights like, oh, I remember this. But I don't remember the basic structure of the game, who's in what dungeon, that kind of a thing. That will all be brand new. I think it'll be fun to watch. Kind of had the same thing going on with Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was a game that I bought at midnight when the Wii launched, and I just took a couple days off at work and played it till I beat it. So when I did it on stream, it was effectively blind. Man, Chaos, I would love to play a Zelda game where you control the bearer of either the Triforce of Power or the Triforce of Wisdom. I think that there's room to do it, There's design space in the story. I like how they tricked me there. I thought the other one was like. The green one can't be a like, right? False. Kaboom! Spleech. Ganon is evil, but the bearer of the Triforce of Power needn't be evil. I guess if they handled it as a prequel. When the 5 stars are aligned, the crest shall be revealed. An official game from Nintendo that's not horrible. Specify. Can I actually take damage from arrows? Oh, maybe I should just start using arrows on those guys. Been using bombs since that was the first thing that I had to use against them. 3 stars. Travel northwest from me. Alright, we gotta start marking on the map. My opinion of Phantom Hourglass, having not beaten it before. Holy crap, the hell is happening? I think my, pinky got... Okay. Is that this game has some of the best puzzles in the Zelda series, and I think that's because they're able to rely on you being able to write things down on the map. They can design certain puzzles with that in mind, because you can't do that in most other Zelda titles. Yeah, Konami and Kojima, that was pretty messed up. I'm glad that the host had the guts to point it out, right? Despite possible backlash from Konami. 2 stars, travel south. Let me just start using stars. I'll just use a number. 2 south. I'll erase this and change it to 3 northwest. Oops. 3 northwest. Get to this other one over here. Yeah, I will say that the weakest point of Phantom Hourglass is the music. This song appears on just about every island that you visit. It's not particularly exciting. It's one of those, like, you would wish that they would just draw on the Zelda series. They don't need to write new music, but they've got plenty of other good music in earlier Zelda titles. Guess I'm not sure how licensing works for that kind of a thing. There's 5, travel north. The path of the stars will reveal the crest. 5 north. Yeah. I think Konami is dead. I hope that they give their IPs away or sell their IPs to somebody, because I love my Castlevania, I love my Metal Gear. They're such an important... All begins and ends with me. Okay, so I think we're drawing a star here. The east? Travel east. Map. 1E. There might be one, like, in the top middle would be my guess. That's true. Kojima is an artiste. He demands a lot. He's a perfectionist to a fault. 4 southwest. All right, so we're saying 1. Okay, well, I see what the crest looks like. I wonder if I have to draw that somewhere. I don't know if it's something I have to draw on the slate, maybe? That'd be an interesting way to do it. I think there's still one other pyramid that we haven't been in, though, so we're going to try going towards that first. Konami's pachinko machines and mobile games is what they're trying to branch into. It's a bummer. Konami and Capcom were the 2 developers that just made the best third-party games for the longest time. Yeah, I don't think it was appropriate for Konami to do that, regardless of Kojima being a little bit of a diva. He was involved in making the game. I think that it was just kind of a bad situation all around. Bad blood on all sides. Certainly wasn't a good PR decision for Konami, but they're in that sort of situation where, since they don't want to make serious AAA games anymore, they have no incentive to care. Why would they care if gamers don't like them? Western gamers don't buy pachinko machines, put money in them. Yeah, that's the biggest shame, I think, that comes out of the whole situation. Silent Hills looked like it was going to be amazing. Guillermo del Toro, like, if you've seen the movie Pan's Labyrinth, it's basically a Silent Hill movie, in everything but name. That would have been really, really cool. And if you saw anything from, like, the trailers, or if you played any of PT or watched somebody play PT, it was a very special thing. Yeah. There was a panel that we didn't go to at PAX that was, I guess it was supposed to be mourning Konami. It may have been recorded. I'm going to try to look it up sometime. Vince McMahon, but less lovable. Vince McMahon is at least a character, right? Got that going for him. Max's Temple. Knights have very interesting names. So you have an interesting name. I am the first knight, Max, so a human can break the island seal. I can allow you to meet him if you aim to defeat the monster. Pass this trial. Yes. Enter the King's Temple, you must draw the sacred crest. Yeah. Discover the crest and navigate toward it. Solve the riddle written on the tablet in the corridor. Cool. So when we go outside, we should have a new door open, but now we know the crest. Oh, we did that first. And that's not just a what's the wrestling term, kayfabe? You ever want to like lose yourself in a I like crazy terminology listings from different sports and gaming and fandoms. The wrestling terminology wiki is insane. There's like hundreds of words. They have this word kayfabe, which I think basically means like the verisimilitude of the wrestling universe, like everything being in character. So if you guys remember Andy Kaufman, or if you've seen the movie Man on the Moon about Andy Kaufman, the whole like stunt that he did where he claimed to have this beef with the king, that was all kayfabe. It was in character, in universe. Yeah, we got the crest. We're gonna go left, down, jump, jump, jump. Look at Kate. Right. Oh. That's helpful. Wah. It's kind of forgiving. We don't know what happened between Konami and Kojima. All we know is that Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't done. It was like 2/3 complete, and Kojima said he needed another year to finish it, and Konami told him no. You've been doing this for long enough, we're going to release the game as it is. So as I understand it, Metal Gear Solid 5 is basically unfinished. I think the collector's edition came with a DVD that Kojima snuck some cutscenes onto that showed the way he intended to finish the game, so there's some like partial cutscenes that were removed. I haven't played MGS5 yet, so don't spoil anything for me if you have. We're gonna do that on stream. I like to do a full Metal Gear Solid series playthrough. So I can see that being reasonable on both sides. Like it's frustrating that Kojima wants special treatment and wants to have years and years and years to make his game, but then again, it's the Miyamoto quote: "A delayed game is good eventually, a bad game is bad forever." Door won't let you do it. Yeah, the door has like, I didn't notice it until the second time I drew, but there's like little guideposts along the door that lets you in. Yeah, it might have been. There's a whole bunch of extra stuff on the game that just was unused. Like, I guess that Konami shipped the game without making any effort to tie up its ends. It just kind of ends. Look at this place. I bet it's packed with traps. Better be extra careful here, Bob Ross. Hell yeah. He who chooses the hidden path over the long road will cross in time. Ah, okay. What do we think that means? I love the way that this game hides bombable walls. It assumes that the player is intelligent. Something that... maybe it's just a feature of these kind of top-down Zelda games, but I've never seen a 3D Zelda that's, you know, actually tried to hide bombable walls. They usually just put an obvious crack in the wall. And it might just be because players are stupid, right? There's not a lot you can do to convey where players should be going. I think I need to mark those holes in the floor once I put it on the map. Hold up. Nope. X means death. I would love Kojima to make his own studio and like do a Kickstarter thing and make Schmetal Schmear Schmalid, like how everybody else is doing, with Mighty Number 9 basically being Mega Man and Bloodstain basically being Castlevania, you know. So make your Schmeddle Schmear Schmalid. I'll play the shit out of it. Rumor has it though that this is like worn him out and he wants to retire, but we've heard that before. Metal Gear Solid 3 was supposed to be the last Metal Gear game, and then Metal Gear Solid 4 was supposed to be the last Metal Gear game. It's like with Sakurai and Smash Brothers. It's too bad he didn't get to do PT, or he didn't get to do Silent Hills. If you've ever played a Kojima game, one of the things that he does really well is like playing with the fourth wall and breaking the fourth wall to tell his story. And sometimes it can be kind of silly, but I think it would have worked really well in a horror game. Another horror game that does that really well is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. And without going into too much detail about the sort of things it does with its sanity system, if you go too far into it, it kind of spoils the game. But something it might do is tell you that your save file is corrupted. Like, it's not actually corrupted, but that's a sanity feature. That's a very Hideo Kojima kind of thing to do. Right. Still excited for Mighty Number 9. I Kickstarter backer. Oh, I completely marked that as a hole and it fell into my way. Good at video games. Oh, they're two different switches. That makes sense. Bummer. Fallen in pits. Kill this keys. There we go. Go, 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 go! Should probably scout out where all the holes are before we do this, yeah. Cross again. Let's see if we can boomerang this. Should probably also get away with using the bomb chew, because that keeps traveling while we get to move. We might have to use the bomb chew. Doesn't seem like there's enough time to make it otherwise. Try again. Oh, I love the movie style of Metal Gear Solid. I've heard that that's like Hideo Kojima's dream, is he wants to make movies. Now, can he make a movie that's only 3 hours long? Probably not. That's why he makes his 60-hour cutscene games. You play Metal Gear Solid 2, you skip all the codec conversations and cutscenes, and the game's like an hour and a half. You watch everything, and the game's like 50 hours long. I think we want to like make this thing drive in circles for a little bit, so we want to get ahead of it. Oh, I let go of it. Oh, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Using the bomb chew on a later level. Shit. It's like the worst time we could have come up here. I think we're not gonna make it because of that. Yeah, good luck. Try again. I don't know if there's like a time we should release it to make sure that we get it. Guess as much time as it will let me do here. Try. Go, 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 go! Oh, we spun it around a little bit longer. We might be okay this time. Okay. Come on, Link. You got this, buddy. Go, 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 go! There we go. Nice. Man, I hope they finish Psychonauts 2. I love Tim Schafer, man. Gotta do a Brutal Legend playthrough on stream. I was really excited for Brutal Legend because I like Tim Schafer, I like Jack Black, I like goofy metal mythology. It's kind of what the game's all about. But when I played that game, it's secretly an RTS. It's made out to look like it's a brawler, like the demo for it is a brawler, the first 30 minutes of the game or so is a brawler, and then when you get to the main game, it's an RTS title. So the tone whiplash, the game whiplash, turned me off from it. I had no idea when I was playing it the first time. It'd be cool to do a full playthrough on stream at some point, though. Now that I know what it's all about. Yeah, I was a little fatigued by the cutscenes in 4. I think the reason for that was that I was already fatigued by like the super weird ultra convoluted, like hyper conspiracist storyline that is Metal Gear Solid 2. And I had breathed a sigh of relief when I played Snake Eater in Metal Gear Solid 3, which is more of like a traditional spy story. It's almost like a James Bond movie if James Bond took place in the jungle. And then you get to Metal Gear Solid 4 and it goes back to the weird super conspiracy, what a twist, like M. Night Shyamalan style storytelling. Like, oh my god, can we get to the point? I bet he can make Psychonauts 2 for that. This whole, oh, I bet we're gonna get a hammer here. Or maybe something else that can deal with turtles. I'm not sure what else we would use. What games have proven the Kickstarter model can work? I guess Shovel Knight was fan-funded, right? And that game ended up being really, really good. There's a lot of games that we're still hopeful for, but haven't actually been released yet. Or suffered from repeated delays like Mighty Number 9. Any way to tell if it's like or not? Probably not. No. Intuition. Undertale was fan-funded. Okay. Yeah, that's... There's something to be said for giving somebody a ton of money to take their time and do something right. Pillars of Eternity was fan-funded too? Well, good. I'm glad to hear there's so many examples of it being done right. I think that's a... yeah. I wasn't able to pick it up with my sword. Trixie. Very Trixie. Jump. It's one of these things earlier. I wonder what it is. I think I saw one in the Temple of the Ocean King. Looks like a switch, but it's rusty and won't budge if you stand on it, so we're gonna get a hammer that's not as busted, I'm sure. How is Rivals of Aether? Kami actually pointed it out to me a little while ago. I didn't look at it at length, though. Duelist got into open beta. I guess you start to worry about the whole permanent early access situation, but it doesn't sound like every game is written themselves into that corner. Do you think that's a result of them trying to make it balanced, Nulu? Yeah, that's our last item. It was the hammer. Oh, that's cool. The fairy holds the hammer, and we can charge it for a long time. Cool. I was say, how are they going to make the hammer interesting when it's something that fundamentally comes out of Link? Tying it to the fairy is cool. Again, good conveyance here. You know, we're required to learn that the hammer is used to open these rusty switches if you didn't already know that from playing Zelda games before, because there's a door. Nothing else you can do here other than dry the hammer. If they put it in the middle of a puzzle later without introducing it to you like that, it'd be easier to get stuck. Oh, this thing.
That's pretty good conveyance.
Cool.
Yeah, conveyance means show, don't tell.
I really like this mechanic of the little... since you can use the hammer at a distance, it's a cool way to play around with the hammer, which has been in Zelda since, like, Link to the Past. I haven't seen a lot of games do really crazy things with it. Usually it's just a hammer, you know? That's smart, though. I like that. Awesome. I do like that so far. No treasure chests on this floor. Oh. Okay, this is where we were before. The main benefit of having gone through that door is that we got the hammer. I'm actually, you know, earlier when we did the dungeon where we were also controlling the Goron kid, I was like, I expect that the remaining dungeons are all going to use that mechanic. Because that's kind of what Wind Waker, the expectation Wind Waker set for me, but I like that that was just the mechanic in the Goron dungeon, and then they're doing something different in each of the other levels. It can get tiresome when you're just, it becomes really predictable, you know? Sure. Perfect. We do that through doors? No, that would be crazy. Running on spines. Don't know who spines. Alright, so these guys don't really benefit from the hammer in any way. But maybe. The MC hammer? That's awesome. Really like the sound effect. It's like, you know, scored into my mind. When you like bust one of those little purple pillars in the Dark World with the hammer and Link to the Past, it makes this really satisfying like bloop sound. Interesting, Nulu. Yeah, I was expecting that the combat being flat would probably be something that's like a consequence of their overall design. That's cool. Having to hit switches while you're traveling. Wonder if I have to hit those in a certain order. Whew. Maybe not. Little pop sound. One of the most satisfying sound effects on the Super Nintendo. It's not like a silly voice sound effect from Turtles in Time. Pizza time. Big Apple. 3 a.m. Get more courage gems. I think we're actually close, if not at the point where we can upgrade another one of those spirits. We should do that before we go to the final dungeon to see what it does. Yeah, and one more courage gem, we can do the courage guy as well. Let's save, I'm thinking about it. I can hit any switch, not just a rusty switch, which stands to reason, but it's worth checking. Okay, so what does that... We've got a key now, and this is a shortcut. Say we've been here before, but this is what's different. Have there ever been mimics in Zelda games? I don't think so. The like is the closest thing to that, the like with the fishing rupee. Oh man, we've got a water level dungeon. Everybody's favorite Zelda mechanic, right? Am I just hosed? Or can I like hit this thing in some way? Oh, it doesn't hurt me anymore. Oh, it doesn't hurt me at all. Okay, it looked like it was spiky. I think it's just like the little spine that I was walking on before. The path will open when mighty attacks change the color of the tiles. Like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense, Nilu. So you'll hear me say on the channel a lot that, with restrictions, with limitations comes creativity, but Nulu raises a good counterpoint that it's not all sunshine and roses. You can design yourself into a corner. Especially if you're restricting yourself for no real reason, just cuz kind of a thing. Oh, can I not reach that from here, maybe? Move it around. Don't think I'm supposed to hit it with the hammer, though. I think I'm just supposed to interact with it. Yeah. Alright. Well, what else would I do here if not interact with that guy? I can't jump to it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Why else would it let me down here? The main thing I got by coming up here was some arrows, so... Yeah, this thing just gives me infinite arrows, so I need to use my arrows for some purpose, right? Let's use the boomerang to kind of look around. Might be we have to shoot it from up here. Yes, that was the answer. The thing where you kind of know what item you have to use because they have this acorn thing that consistently restocks you with arrows. Interesting. Okay. It's like lights out. Come on. It's harder than it looks. This one on, oh, it's because we're standing on it. Interesting. I was gonna say, why does that one never flip? Makes sense. It would knock him up if he is. You can change them from switching. Neat. Neato. Okay. See the door that just opened? I think I see. Hold up. It's not the kind of walking on water we want. So I think we're going to want to cross over there again. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put some pimping in it. Might want to shoot that from the other side. Yeah, let me shoot it again. Blame the bugged floor mechanics. It gives you a little bit more control over that puzzle. I like it. We should be able to change the water level from the opposite side now. I think that's what we're learning from this. Hey, there's a way to go down that we previously couldn't do. Let's see what's down there first. Seems reasonable. It's just like... Okay, that's the boss door. We know where it is. No treasures on this floor. Probably hit these just to find out what's going on with them. It's kind of like Lights Out. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. Like they give you the little stone tiles here. Crud, we don't want to do that. That's fine. Da-da-da-da. I think that just affords us a shortcut. I think we've been here before, but we can go upstairs and check. Doesn't appear to be anything special just yet. Gets us back up top. What do you say? Open the path, create the true form here. I don't know what that is just yet to get up there. This might be where I'm first required to stand on them to block them from flipping, you know? More arrows. And we've got an opening to shoot. That does us no good. Can we hit it with the boomerang to rotate it? That's correct. That's where we want it. Perfect. I like this redirect arrows thing. Pretty cool. I'll get some water back. Perfecto. Is it going to say this is the pattern we want? Red and blue, when they're aligned in their true form, the path will open. Oh, is this one just like a decoration? No. What do we think the true form is? Well, let's write down the default form here. If this is what they want from us. They don't want to just get it all to be one color. So we got circle, X, circle, circle, X, X, oxo, ox, shoe. Or we don't need a mnemonic, we can just write it down. Alright, let's try to turn these in the way we want them to be. Let's do shunk, and shunk, and shunk, and then shunk. I don't know if that's really what we wanted to do, but we'll find out soon. Hey people, thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Shunk. Alright, let's go down. We still have to find a way to reach that, though. Unless if that's the thing that... What does this guy say? Create the true form here. Do we have to do it on memory? Is that what this... No, that can't be right. But it could be right. Can we hit this at all? I think we have to be like higher to be able to get up there. Wonder if we can do it blindly with the water in the way. Well, let's see what we can do. Shoot this thing. Cross the bridge. Try shooting down. There's a couple ways I can envision having to do this puzzle. See if it lets us hammer from up here. Stop. For time. Answer is no, we're not high enough. So that could be the true form. What it's trying to say. It's not saying use this to create the true form. This is the form that we want. So let's erase what we've got on the map. Makes sense. The one they want you to recreate is the one that you can't change. Ooks. Zox. Yeah. Makes sense. Hammer time. About to get funky. Hooray! Solved the puzzle. Solved the puzzle. It's a issue of semantics, right? They use the word create the form here, which is like, oh, okay, so go find the true form and create it here. I was like, no, no, no. This is the form that you want to create. The one that's here. What you see above you is the true form. Alright, going through the door here. Not quite sure what that affords us just yet. This thing says 4. Curious if anything for us to shoot. There is a boulder we can roll out of the way. Oh, can we like launch that up with the hammer? That would be funny. Totally can. Cool puzzle. You'd naturally expect to be able to do that too. Those are the tough ones, where it's not quite the same thing as Conveyance. There's a term for it. I think Magic the Gathering uses it. It's where you as a designer rely on the player being familiar with something from outside your game. So like the familiarity of putting a rock on a seesaw and making it launch up. You don't have to put them in a sterile environment to learn that. You can expect that they, you know, will apply their knowledge to the boulder that they've learned from launching Link upstairs. Exclamation point convenience. No, that's not actually a sound. Let's keep going this way for now. I don't know if this is the way forward. Oh, we do have a key. Perhaps it is. Easy for me to get turned around in this particular dungeon. Lots of stuff going on. Chunk. Follow it. Can we just go up here? Okay, cool. That said, now that we know to do this, we can do more and more complex puzzles with it. Prior base knowledge. The transference. Like they use what I'm talking about is, in a magic context, which is a little bit more obvious, would be the werewolf cards that they added. They were able to rely on the player's familiarity with how werewolves work from outside Magic the Gathering to know that to expect that they should transform from a human form into a oh, can I not? Okay, I was gonna say a human form into a werewolf form. How do I drop it again? Oh, okay. Throw it. Swipe. There we go. Oh, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Who earns, they say. Convergence. Yeah, this is a cool dungeon design. I'm enjoying it so far. This might be the path we want to take with the key. Maybe. Oh, great. This we don't want. Buy key. Oh, thank you, game. That was remarkably kind of the game. Maybe we need to, like, ride down this thing and kill those guys before we try bringing the key across. Interest of sanity, you know? Ouch. Getting better. Knowledge transfer. I am... Oh, they respawn. Maybe. Hope not. I've done Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Ocarina, and Majora's Mask 3DS. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. We're about to beat this one. We're like 80% of the way through this one. Then we're going to do Spirit Tracks, and then all the rest of the Zelda games are in the final timeline. All the really good 2D Zeldas. And even the kind of questionable 2D Zelda side-scroller. Let's grab our hammer. Fun. Like a restock? No, this is just funsies. Cool. Betting there's some kind of mechanic involving the seesaws in the boss fight. I'll eat my hat. What does this thing say? Cool boss fight. Awesome. Not including CDI. Nintendo and Capcom produced Zelda games. The good ones. That's our shortcut. Hey, Cam Man. How you doing? Happy Friday to you. Gotcha, Nulu. That makes sense. Yeah, I did like the Ice Dungeon boss a lot. Alright, remember, watch that top screen in the top right corner. Whoa! That's pretty neat. I don't know, that's pretty cool. Feels pretty satisfying, too. Yeah, so I have to, like, launch myself at him and then hit him with the hammer while I'm in midair. This boss fight is delightful. Word I would use to describe it. Keep getting around him. This game has some really cool boss fights, just using the dual screens. It doesn't feel gimmicky. And I would arrange the screens in such a way that the top screen is actually above the bottom screen, but there's surprisingly few mechanics that do it this way. I think you guys can get the idea on Twitch, though. Also, it ends up wasting a lot of screen real estate if I try to fit them below and above each other, since most of the time it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we want to get on his side to hit his shoulder there. Ow! Hit me with your own hammer. Come on. Alright, well, that's fine. I guess don't shoot at him. Come on, hit it! Alright. Maybe we just gotta get completely behind him. No, I think we gotta be further behind him than that. That's like on his butt. There is another one that's on his butt, actually. Come on. Oh, now he's turning. Alright, keep moving. Xenoblade Chronicles X is really cool. I'll talk about it more here in a second after this boss fight. If you want to see 7 minutes to sell you on the game, check my highlights. I made a highlight last night of pretty important opening cutscene. It's like in the first 15 minutes of the game, not like a big spoiler or anything. Also some battle and some exploring around in the overworld. Get a sense of how cool the music is, what the game looks like. I'm personally a big fan of the setting, a lot more than the Xenoblade Chronicles setting. The only thing that was interesting to me about the Xenoblade Chronicles setting is that it took place on an unusual world in the backs of these titans. I'm gonna get the last one. Koloktos. Yeah, Koloktos is really cool. You know, Skyward Sword has some of the least interesting bosses in the Zelda series, but he was really cool given that. That one's pretty hard to hit. You can only hit it while it's actually on the bottom screen. Have to time it pretty well. Oh, I walked right into that. I'm gonna have to use one of my potions before this fight's up. Probably roll between his legs, but I'm not gonna risk it. Once you get completely behind him, he does like delay for a little bit, so you get some advantage there. Alright. Okay, I think we want to launch now. Ouch. Maybe, unless we need to get him closer to it first. Hold on. Yes, drink the potion. You should grab it, D-Rock. I really, really like it. I think it's worth picking up now, rather than waiting for it to go on sale. If you don't have another game that you're playing right now, anyway. You want to launch onto his head, I think. There we go. Cool. Got a bunch of damage off on him there. Gotta launch a little bit higher, I'm guessing now. I see, and now we're not using the top screen for much. Get a little bit of room for error there, but not a lot. Come on. No. It's like we need to lure him a little bit further north, I think, first. And then we can go down. I think we'll get it this time. Is that it? Do it? Girahim was fun. The problem with Skyward Sword, to me, is the same problem, as far as the boss design goes, is the same problem with Batman Arkham Asylum. But they had this cool sword system where the, angle at which you sliced mattered, and they decided to design almost all of their boss fights around it. Just like how the brawling in Arkham Asylum is really cool, and they ended up making most of their boss fights based around the brawling, which is fun to do with the regular enemies, but less interesting when it's every single boss fight. I think with the magic of a game like Twilight Princess, which I still hold as some of the coolest bosses in the Zelda series, is that all the bosses have pretty unique mechanics. Hey, Yahan! 2 more minutes have been added to the Phantom Hourglass. But I really like Xenoblade Chronicles X. I like this setting. It's a little bit more sci-fi. Like Xenogears was science fantasy, Xenosaga was science fiction, Xenoblade Chronicles was science fantasy, and I think that Xenoblade Chronicles X is science fiction again. Leans more in that direction. Obviously still has some fantasy components. It's still a massively single-player offline game. Hey, you what, mate? Favorite game ever? Yeah, this one and Spirit Tracks are the only 2 Zelda games I've never played before. And I think that this game has my favorite puzzles in the series. They're just really, really well done. And it's mostly because they can rely on you having a screen to write down information on. Yeah, how you doing? Happy Friday. Defeat that foul beast. Alright, I'm gonna go make this Phantom Sword. Phantom Blade. which I think lets us fight the phantoms in the final dungeon. Cool. Still need one more, like, courage orb. Might do that before we go back to the spirit upgrade fountain. If you're looking for voting, it's vote.marstead.com. If you want to see the games we've played on stream so far, it's games.marstead.com. Yeah, the boss fights in this are actually pretty good too. It kind of gives Twilight Princess a run for its money. I really like the way they've used the dual screens for most of them. I don't think there's been a boss fight in this where I've been like, wish they wouldn't have done that the way they did. They've all been great. I think what this game does well is, at least so far, there hasn't been anything that requires extreme precision on the bottom screen. I mean, having the stylus controls can be frustrating if they require too much of you, and I hear that there's at least 1 or 2 boss fights in Spirit Tracks where they ask a lot of you with the stylus. Since it's never going to be as precise as using D-pad and buttons. You're good. Yeah, I played Twilight Princess again on stream for the first time since it came out, and I think that was my, like, net opinion at the end of it, was that it has my favorite boss fights in the series. They're masterfully done. Don't think I wanted to jump off that ledge. Let's see if we can find a way to make up for that horrific mistake. Oh, that was almost really bad. Cool. Hammer doesn't have ammo. Ammo-less hammer. Best kind of hammer. Alright. Find a way to get back out of here now that we jumped down like fools. Don't think this works, but we'll take a look. Yeah. I guess even the first couple Zelda bosses at least are introducing you to the idea of top screen and bottom screen fights. Yeah, the Invisible Scorpion was really cool. That was such a neat idea. Because you get it pretty quickly. I feel like a lot of the Zelda gaming, I talk about this a lot, is that these sorts of games, you're entering into a dialogue with the developer. What you're going for is the catharsis of the aha moment when you see, I see what you're doing there. And this game has that in spades, both in the puzzles and in the boss fights. Which is why I think that, you know, playing a game that has pre-designed dungeons like this one is important. That's why I like Zelda more than a roguelike game in a lot of ways, or like Four Swords Adventures, the GBA title where all the dungeons are randomly generated. And it's still fun, it's a Zelda title, somewhat. But you don't get to have that dialogue with the developer, you don't really get the aha moment. Yes, fun puzzles are hard to design. It is a razor's edge. It was like we were talking about content gating in Xenoblade Chronicles X. I think that Xenoblade Chronicles X has, from playing it for 2 hours last night, has done a good balance of gating content, but also letting you explore if you feel like it. A game that's a little too aggressively gated is Final Fantasy XIII, where it takes you like 10 hours before you have access to all the mechanics in the game. And a game that's not gated at all would be like some of the earlier SRPGs like Brigandine or Ogre Battle, where they just throw everything at you until you figure it out, you know? They don't give you some like baby steps tutorial battles to get a feel for it. Let's go talk to Beetle. Maybe he has a courage orb. We just need one of them. And then we'll teleport. But Xenoblade Chronicles like tells you what you need to know as you play, but it also lets you play around in the menus and find access to a lot of it. Yeah, the final boss of Batman Arkham Asylum is the one that's really disappointing, because it's like, we're just going to use the brawling system for the sake of using the brawling system, even though it doesn't make sense for this boss. I went into the Arkham Asylum games with too high of expectations. I was hoping that all the bosses were going to be like Shadow of the Colossus style puzzle fights. I think that makes sense for Batman as a series. What the hell is that band? What's this ring? Regal ring. I don't know what that does, but we'll buy it. Why not? Pass down over generations of royalty. Hopefully it does something. We didn't just waste all our rupees for nothing. Watch, we get to the next thing. It's like, you need 5,000 rupees. Yeah, I heard that they did much better. The only Batman game I've played is Arkham Asylum. But I heard it improves. 10% off all merchandise and a wonderful prize. Prize in the mail in a week. Great. Do we know what the real ring does, if anything? Is it just like a meaningless treasure? A princely ring handed down among royal generations. Oh, there's a 1 next to it. That's not a good sign. It's not a unique item. I saw a ring and thought maybe it would be like the ring in Zelda 1. Alright, let's port to... We want to go to the island with the blacksmith. I think it's in the northwest corner. It's a backwards N. The problem with Twilight Princess is its opening. That's the biggest issue. It has like an hour-and-a-half long opening, and it's awful. It's nothing like what the actual game has to offer. And unless if you're a diehard Zelda fan, if you like were trying to introduce someone to the Zelda series by showing them Twilight Princess, they would be very unhappy. They wouldn't get to see the cool dungeons and stuff. Hey, Perished. Good seeing you again. I saw you found your fight on YouTube. I missed the typo in your comments, so I wasn't able to help you. Yeah, I'm excited for the HD remake of Twilight Princess. Because you know how people complain about the Triforce Peace Hunt in Wind Waker, and they improved it significantly in the HD re-release? I would hope to see the same thing with Twilight Princess HD. Maybe they'll remove it entirely or find some way to streamline it. Wasn't the Nintendo Direct supposed to be today? Does anyone have details on that? You know, I don't think that it's possible for Twilight Princess to look as good as Wind Waker. Because Twilight Princess is going, I mean, it's still somewhat stylized, but it's going for a more photorealistic look. But Wind Waker is already just, I don't know, the GameCube game looks timeless to me. Some of the jagged edges are repaired in Wind Waker HD, and the bloom is kind of nice. But I think that cel-shaded style is never going to look bad. But unless if you put a ton of work into updating all the individual textures in Twilight Princess, you know, basically make a new Zelda game from the ground up from an art perspective. Yeah, I agree. Ocarina of Time had a good opening. It was nice and fast. You could spend as much time doing stuff as you wanted to, but if you figured out where you were supposed to go, you got it done with quickly. And they were both things that you were interested in as a player. Finding rupees, getting a sword, learning Z-targeting, getting a shield. Yeah. I hear you. You what, mate? This guy looks like Ganondorf, but he's not. Crimsonine, Azurine, and Aquanine. Hey, thank you for the follow, you what, mate? It's good to have you. New to the stream, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch. That includes the whole Zelda series. So if you're just here for Zelda, it will return. We do 1 day a week of Zelda games until we beat all of them. You can go to games.marstead.com to see what we're in progress on. Do you have to, like, leave and come back? Alright, go find somewhere where we can spend the night. Maybe we'll talk to the line back and you'll have an idea to pass the time. We're going to keep doing this till we beat it. We're going to do spirit tracks. Special delivery again. Man, back to back. Thanks, HTL. Yeah, Goomba. The opening of Skyward Sword is a little too slow, I think. It's interesting that Nintendo's going in that direction they've slowly been creeping towards the, like, you know, cutscene creep, conversation creep, setting creep, whereas almost every developer is in the opposite way, where they're almost being too bombastic in their opening. They're throwing you into the action too early. Some of the ones Xenoblade Chronicles does pretty well. There is a big section, about 45 consecutive minutes, where there's no combat, it's just all story, but they at least throw you into the action of the game so you get a sense of what you're in for. Then it makes you, you know, thirsty. You want to come back to it. So you're like, come on, cutscenes, hurry up, let me get back into that cool action part. Revenge. Sharpen my skills. I'm unbeatable. All will fall beneath my blade. Jolene. If you haven't, you should Google Dolly Parton Jolene slowed down or slower RPM or something like that. It's a cool song anyway, but the slowed down version is awesome. Walking on air. Cool, yeah, it'd be good to have you, what, mate? Play a bunch of other stuff too. It's an awesome game. We're gonna play through it, but like I said, if you're just here for Zelda, we rotate the day. Next week it'll be Monday, Tuesday after that, so on. Check the schedule. Yeah, I suppose that's true, Goomba. I don't know, I had a positive response to Skyward Sword when I first played. It's like the opposite of my reaction to Final Fantasy X, right? I say every time I play Final Fantasy X, I like it more. But each time I come back to Skyward Sword, it's a little bit sour, and I don't think it's probably fair to the game. It's still a really good game. It's very pretty. I think that graphical style is a very good compromise between Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. I thought Twilight Princess was a little too dark, a little too brown. But, you know, every game that came out in that 5-year window looked like that. So I really like the very colorful style. It looks like Zelda Wii U is going to follow that pattern as well. Of course we are. Let's do it. She's your crazy friend. Why does Bob Ross get stuck in the middle of this? It's a good question. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it, Kimbo. Alright, see you, Perished. No. What kind of stuff did they do, you what, mate? Yeah, Frappuccino. I look forward to an HD re-release of Skyward Sword. It seems like it's inevitable at this point with the Twilight Princess one. And they'd have to do a little bit less work on it, since it was already such a late Wii title. There's so much they could improve on. Like, you go back and you watch Minish Cap, where whenever there's a pop-up or a call-out or your companion Eslo talks to you, you can skip through it instantly. There is no wait. Make it an option if they need to. Alright, this is their in-game story way of giving the blacksmith time to make his new sword. We're going to be playing Phantom Hourglass today until 6 o'clock Pacific, so that's another 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think it should be enough time to beat the game, because I've never played it before, but it seems like we're close to the end. We've got all the items. About to get the final sword. Let's go and let's see. Let's dig up some of this treasure and see if we can bump into Jolene. Once we beat it, I've got Spirit Tracks. I picked it up on Amazon a couple weeks ago. We're ready to go right away. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna have to check him out. Is he just YouTube? Do you know if he streams on Twitch as well? I'm gonna do like a partnership thing, like working with other streamers and YouTube gamers. We need to dig, that's why we're here. Ow. Oh, hero mode lets you skip some stuff, that's interesting. Yeah, it's stuff that adds up over time is a problem with Skyward Sword, so like, you know, you bomb a wall. In most Zelda games, whatever, the door, you know, there's just a hole in the wall now, and maybe it makes the little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo sound effect. But in Skyward Sword, almost every time, it, like, pulls control away from you as a character, as a player, and it, like, does a little cutscene where it zooms in on the wall that you just exploded. And yeah, it only takes, like, 3 or 4 seconds every time, but when you apply that to every single secret you find in every single dungeon, it just feels really slow. And unnecessarily handholdy. Hopefully we don't blow up the crane. We gotta be really careful on the way back up. Heck yeah. Oh god. Almost got hit right there. Going up is always harder than going down, and we already lost a hit point on the way down, so hopefully we don't mess this up. Those guys... Keep going. Up, up, up. Nope. It's a trap rupee. It costs way more rupees to repair this thing if it's completely broken versus if we're just recovering its health, so... We do not want to take another hit. I don't think we want to salvage again either. I remember being really excited in Skyward Sword the first time that I, Yeah, what about Fun Fun Island? Alright. Need to get more time. Shit, let's kill this thing. Really excited Skyward Sword the first time I went down to the ground from the air. I love that sense of exploration, like, oh man, we have no idea what's down there. I get that in, like, you know, Mass Effect, when you go through a mass relay for the first time. Get that in, what else? Good example of that. Like watching the movie Interstellar, and you don't know what's behind it. It only works the first time you're playing it. I'm doing gaming a disservice by not playing the CDI titles. Done a couple bad games on Twitch. I used to do a console free play day. People in chat would request a game, so we did like some Superman 64. I haven't done like E.T. just yet. Drop a heart would be really nice. Man, Jolene just does not want to fight today. We can catch up to her here. We probably need to route through her, actually, because I think she's going to move past us. Try to reroute us and run away. Heck yeah, Frav. Another... I did not recognize what that thing was. Is she actively running away from me? Normally she, like, tries to go out of her way to fight us. In the interest of not gaming over, I might port and come back. Yeah, let's just do that. I think we want to do... Is that what we want? I think I just remember what the symbol is. Yeah, right? Exactly. Man, I am like hemorrhaging honor over here, Jolene. Come on. What's your problem, girl? Got the Satan boat. Yeah, I think she's just moving at random. CDI cutscenes are pretty bad. Almost as bad as the Super Mario Super Show cartoon. Excuse me, princess. Alright, let's repair. Pretty banged up. Yes, please. Thank you. Don't think I have any parts that I'm worried about at the moment. Special delivery. Wonder why they got rid of the bird people, since this is a direct sequel to Wind Waker. Aru of the Anuki. These are the Inuit kind of looking dudes. Like part caribou, part penguin. Bob Ross, it's me, Aru. You really took care of me the other day. Thanks to you, I got my life back. The world would have stopped if you hadn't done what you did. This was the guy that was being impersonated by one of the monsters on the island. I found it at the dump, but maybe you can use it. That's not the one we want. We want the green one. We took the shop in town. See if it's got a green one. I love some of those old school lines, like quoting Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You monster! You steal men's souls. Cannot the same be said of all religions? You don't belong in this world. There's one that Marvel likes to poke fun at themselves for. It was when Konami made the X-Men arcade game, and you fight Magneto in one of the levels, and he posters like, X-Men, welcome to die. And since then, whenever you play like a Marvel vs. Capcom game with Deadpool, if you play as Deadpool and you go up against Magneto, he says, Magneto, welcome to die. There was a Reddit thread a long time ago. One of my top voted comments was like, I think it was like a birthday card that said, what is a dad? So my top comment was like, a miserable little pile of secrets. Dads steal men's souls. Okay, we are good. We're all healed up. Everybody's fine. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Let's save again. Compulsively. Right, Dauber? Oh man, D-Rock, bring back an old school one. If you guys watch Riff Tracks, it's Mystery Science Theater 3000, but done for modern movies. They do one for X-Men too. Anytime someone says Magneto or Cerebro, they say the opposite. So if they say Magneto, they say Cerebro. Alright, we're gonna go back to the inverted N and see if we can find Jolene. We're gonna do salvage N. See who we can find. There's just no bird people in this part of the world. Seems like a reasonable enough explanation. Try to finish digging up the rest of these salvage things. We really want to have as much sand as possible for our last foray. I don't know where Jolene is now, though. We ported away and she left town, so let's check the other maps. I think she just pops in eventually, too, if you dick around long enough. Awesome, Yukubo. Shoon. Ah! Whew. Close call. I found myself saying Robit a lot from playing Xenoblade Chronicles. There's lots of robots in that game. Do a sound effect with Zoidberg. Robit? Ooh. No! Oh my god. That one's on you, Crane. Won't take responsibility for that one. Okay, we still have 4 hit points left. That's a good number of hit points. Nice and even. It's less than 5, that's true. Chunk! There we go. This is so stressful. I'm sure it doesn't look like it, but there's a little bit of a delay when you're using this stylus. Let's say robot. Yeah, go for it, HDL. Mermaids, wow. Alright, let's port elsewhere. What other areas can we go to? Go look for Jolene. Do a little goofy Z looking thing. You're a goofy Z looking thing. Really? Everybody's a critic. There we go. Nice, Goomba. That's my favorite Castlevania song, Bloody Tears. It's fun to play on piano. Come from a long line of gamers who can't really play the piano, but can dick around on it to play some of their favorite little melodies. HD remake of the CDI games. I wonder, does Nintendo really ever try to even acknowledge their existence? Alright, we're gonna see if we can go bump into her. Shenanigans. The one time we want to fight Jolene. Come here, eyeball keys things, whatever you are. No. Fly away from them. Guess if you stood still, that would be a problem. Nintendo doesn't acknowledge them at all, yeah. Hotel Mario. That was not a good jump. No, I'm not proud of myself. Why would I be proud of myself? Be a jerk, Linebeck. Wait. I want to reroute here. Not directly through a rock. That would be a bad idea. Killed the other shark. I'm convinced that she's fleeing, but it could just be randomness. Yeah. Philips and Sony. Did you guys see the Nintendo PlayStation that was on Reddit a while ago? Pretty crazy. That's what happened was Nintendo originally wanted to make a disc add-on to the Super Nintendo, and they contracted Sony to make it, and they bailed out. So Sony was like, what the heck, we put all this work into this thing, well, we'll go and release our own system with blackjack and hookers. And thus the Sony PlayStation was born. It's also why Final Fantasy is with the PlayStation and not Nintendo. We're hunting Jolene because she sent us a message saying, hey, come fight me. I want to fight you. And then we were like, we're also trying to get our Phantom Sword created. So this is supposed to be taking just enough time for the guy, the blacksmith who's creating the Phantom Sword, to finish it up. That's the idea, I guess. There we go. You found me. Yeah, all you, baby girl. Here we go. Supposed to be buffer now. Heard all about you trying to accomplish. Spare me the innocent act. Yep. Youth here, wooden box, you better listen up to. She knew he was there the whole time. Every time I see him hiding in that box, it's like Zap Brannigan. I instead choose to hide in this barrel, like the wily fish. Face me, for I have perfected the art of pirate fencing. I'm not gonna hold still, are you serious? Wish I could use my magic hammer. Go ahead, charge at me. You know you want to. She's better at blocking that now. Nope. Yeah, what do we gotta do differently now? Try using some other weapons. Yeah, we've seen that serious attack before. Leave me alone, Linebeck. I was under the impression that she changed her pattern, but I don't think so. Come on. I think we just are interfering with her before she actually finishes her charge attack. Try using another different weapon. Come on. Come here. She tracks us now when she starts to use that charge move. I think that's the tricky part. Oh, now we got her. Okay. We just gotta run behind her. It used to be that she would just aim it, but now she starts to follow you a little bit around the room. This is one of the more precise things we've had to do with the stylus so far. Usually it's pretty chill. Doesn't ask a lot of you, you know? Ouch. Come in. Beating up a child. That's how Jolene do. One more hit, I think. I think it's been 4, maybe 5. Got her. Nice. Is it dangerous that your sword's on fire in a wooden ship? That's a good question. Oh, we're not done yet. Okay, hold on. And she's turned to stone, exactly. We recovered her from the ghost ship, and we're trying to find a way to get rid of the curse. There we go. GG. Still strong boy in green. The one who captured me so long ago had that same look in his eyes. Talking about Lineback? Advise him he should take notes, for he might learn something. Aww. Some of these hearts back. That was a miserable performance. Hey dude, what she said. That's why I don't understand women. Cruising through the waters. Oh, did you save her? Right, Lineback. It'd be nice to see you do that more often. I was just trying to get away. I lost control of the ship. Happened to strike the beast. It's like, the Kraken battle in Earthbound, the sailor is like, I contributed to the battle, I threw my slippers at the beast. Double life of a pirate. I always prefer the laid-back style of just sneaking off with treasure. And look at this character arc. Lineback. That's a good question, Frav. Although we do see Link give looks. Wind Waker Link is the most expressive of the Links from the series. Twilight Princess Link is Strunk Link. Poor Lineback. Alright, we go get our awesome sword now. We earned it. Awesome sword. It's the backwards N, right? Yeah. Wanted to double check, didn't want to go to the wrong area. That's a forwards N. That's a... Goddamn. There we go. It depends on how you start the stroke. Like, when you write all the time, you'd be amazed what muscle memory does for you. Second only to Long is the best Link. Yeah, I really like Wind Waker Link as well. He's one of the only ones that really seems to have a personality. You're not putting your own personality onto the character. That's right, this is Bob Ross. Excuse me. Jump. Jumpy, jumpy jump. This isn't the right island, I think. I think the right island is northwest. I think this is the island that Jolene's sister's on. Yeah. Pop out. Got confused for a moment. So we're gonna go northwest. We're gonna go to get our Phantom Blade, and then we're gonna go into the Phantom Hourglass dungeon. Ocean King. Zows, that's our man. The plan, like I said, is to go ahead and beat Phantom Hourglass today. If we beat it early, before 6 o'clock Pacific, we'll transition right into Spirit Tracks. Having not played this before, I don't have the intuition for how close we are, but I think it's very likely that we'll beat it. We've got 2 hours, some change. You might look at this map and say, what the hell is he doing there? What's all that bullshit on the screen? Well, we had to dig the intersection of those lines. Got like a... This game doesn't have heart pieces, but like a courage gem or something like that. Oh man. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, so this game and Spirit Tracks take place in the universe where we've retired Ganondorf. We've retired the Master Sword. That story's done as of the end of Wind Waker, so we don't get the Master Sword anymore. You got the sword blade. It doesn't have a handle, but... Take it to the Ocean King. He'll add the Sand of Hours. Well, I don't need the ability to control time. I need the ability to hold the sword. Go back to Grandpa, Bob Ross. I'm on it. Running, running, running. So if you're in this game and you need to roll for some reason, it turns out the easiest way to do that is to put the cursor, put your stylus as far from Link as possible, and then draw little circles. Fine. Let's do it. Pretty and deadly. Dude, I really like the design. I think my favorite iteration on the Master Sword is Wind Waker's version. It's just very simple. As with the rest of the design of Wind Waker, but... If I were ever to get one from my wall or something, I would try to find someone who's done a Wind Waker style version of it. Alright, we're gonna port to... I think that's right. So forgiving, at least when it comes to the hourglass symbol. Let's go north. K Island. Yeah, but now it's going to be awesome, right? Because now we can actually kill those phantoms that have been a problem before. I guess that removes a little bit of the hype, but it does achieve that goal I mentioned earlier of if you're going to have to go through a dungeon multiple times, or if you're going to get an item in a dungeon, it's cool to make you fight an enemy the hard way. Like those turtles, for example. I could kill those turtles the hard way, or I could just use the hammer on them and kill them instantly. Makes you feel like, oh man, this place was a pain in the ass before, and now it's easy because I've grown as a character. Is he in his little hut, or is he in the temple? Go check his hut first. We'll go to the temple. Yeah, which hut is his, but I'm sure we can figure it out. I was right. I was right. Look at that. There. No problem, you what, mate? Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. If you wanted to catch up on the playthrough, it'll be on YouTube. I store everything from this Twitch channel on YouTube permanently, so you can always check out the rest of it later. Have a good weekend. See you Monday. Yeah, that's awesome, Goomba. You must card Portal Link. He's just an unlikely hero. What? All these cutscenes with the Ocean King have been awesome. Only item that can slay him is the Phantom Sword. What is the hourglass going to be our hilt? Yeah, I love all the fourth wall breaks in this. I'm very close to the end, Blue Flame. Coming up on the final dungeon here. Alright, it kind of looks like the Master Sword too. Let me get the sound effect. I just love that design. Got the Sacred Phantom Sword. It's got the little Yeah, Hourglass on the bottom. Power to defeat Bellum. Rare metals and mystical sands are fused together, and so the Phantom Sword is born. With that, you can defeat Bellum. We're all counting on you, Bob Ross. Good luck. We're all counting on you. What's up? Still have powers discovered. As a spirit of courage, you can harness the true power of the Hourglass. Yeah, what does that mean? Bellum can drain the life from people as well as their memories. Your memory was drained when you were attacked. Okay. Right, Dauber. If you defeat him, I'm sure you'll regain your memories too. Cool. Let's do it. I want to say good luck. We're all counting on you. Now, I am going to run to the restroom real quick. Just throw up BRB. And then we'll get this thing going in full force. Burp. Yeah, if anyone in chat has Triforce Heroes and would like to play with Blue Flame, played a couple times on stream. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. It has some mild issues. Most of them have to do with the way it handles disconnects. If any one of the 3 people playing Triforce Heroes disconnects, it makes you start the whole level over. Pretty rough. If that were repaired, I would really want to go through and just beat all of it. Despite its silly, like, fashion-based story. Now, I still need... Let's see, let's look at our collection here. Yeah, I still need one more courage gem. Could just go in the dungeon, though. I mean, I'm down with having a sword that's on fire. I'll just roll with our on-fire sword. Hey, Lineback, what are you doing? There are times I want to be alone, too. Sure does. Bob Ross. Rolling around with a fire sword. That's what you're supposed to do when you're on fire, right? Stop, drop, and roll. Can't remember where I learned that. Like, must have learned it as a kid. You can Google this. It's called source amnesia. It's really hard for people to remember where they learned things sometimes. You just know it. Hey, Light Void. How you doing? No insults. Look at that. Try to get some more hearts before we pop in there. I might just go from the beginning. I mean, I've got a little save point, but I've got all the items now. I can kill the phantoms. It's the end of the game. PSAs. I don't know if I remember if it actually on fire. Ah, that might have been it for Frappuccino. Do you remember having assemblies with firemen? Let's see, what's the time on this thing? Yeah, that's not a lot of time. Let me save first. We'll do it. That's true, Dauber. You raise a point. Yeah, let's not go through it again if we got 3 extra minutes. Yeah, 18 minutes. They are, right, Yukipo? I am ready to murder some phantom dudes. Actually, I don't know if I need to do anything special to murder them. About to find out. Might be that I still need to disable them normally. Yeah, I think I have to stun them first before I can use it to kill them. We'll try it again here in a second. A little bit of time loss, not a big deal. Out of ammo now, though. Find some more. Ended up using a lot of these versus the likes in the last dungeon. I think it's just arrows that can disable them. Don't think we can use, we try sneaking up behind them too without actually stunning them, if that works. Do you really? Going downstairs. Just have to hit them in the back. Yes, that's correct. Cool, and then they're permadead. Rock and roll. Asked and answered, Your Honor. Got it, just hit him in the butt. Stunning them would make that easier, I suppose, if you're able to do it. Pwned. Right here is one we need to go get still. There's a circle. It actually makes this whole section quite a bit less painful. You can kill these guys. Quite so freaky deaky. Rocked. Oh, you get stuff for killing all of them too. Neat. That's pretty neat. The stone hull ship part. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. Alright, let's read this guy through here. Through here. Don't know what that does. Opens a door. Cool. Okay, there's no way to get up there. Not with the items we currently have, anyway. I might need to go down there. Let's go ahead and bomb this thing first. Oh, that's awesome. I suppose that makes sense. Wait, they've got the whole thing set up here. Right. Can I kill them with the bow and arrow? Hope so. By bow and arrow, I meant boomerang. So I'm out of arrows. Now I got an arrow. Get some extra time from those things. Got some arrows now. It's so hard to walk when you're not like holding an item. Got him. I think these ghosts kind of move like boos. If you're facing away from them, they start moving towards you. Got him. I like carrying this thing just to no longer have to worry about accidentally triggering the ground. I guess it doesn't matter now that they're all dead. Put this out here. Let's put this back here, and there we go. What do we got here? Got the triangle, perfect. Use that in a minute. Just like booze, gotcha. That's cool. We got that shortcut. We still need the circle, I think. We might get it from placing the triangle. Doing fine on time. Got a lot of extra time out in the open. Oh, that's not necessary, is it? I can try taking it downstairs over to this side. I don't remember where the circle is. We'll have to keep looking around so we can find it. Let's go ahead and bring the triangle up there, though, since I know we don't need it for anything. So we had a shortcut. Alright, Mario Galaxy. Blade Void, hope to see you for the Mario Marathon next week, Friday. We're going to be doing Super Mario Brothers from 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. Friday through Saturday. Oh, you know, I bet I can use the hammer to hit that switch. Oh, it would just... Okay, never mind. It's not important. Doesn't actually do us any favors. Trunk. Okay. Would have let us kill the Phantom. Where the hell was the circle? It's around here somewhere. I don't think they're all on one floor. Top of B8, you think? Okay, I'll go back and double check. Thanks, Stabber. Should be a chest here somewhere. That's where I need to place it eventually. I don't have that yet. Yeah, Mario Galaxy is really good. It might involve going down one of these ladders that I haven't been down yet. Come on, Link. Kind of indicated by the mist pattern, I think. It's definitely not here. Looking for chests. If you see one, let me know. Don't think they get marked on the map. Yeah, the fact that I have shortcuts is actually making it harder for me to remember where I'm supposed to go, you know? It wasn't over here, that was a temporary chest. We'll check for chests downstairs one more time. A couple other places I can think to look if we can't find it. I would expect it to be in here somewhere, but... There's this square, which we don't really need. That's where we got the triangle. Wouldn't be that thing. Nothing there. Maybe it's up an additional floor. Maybe I'm thinking that it's not. I think it's actually B7, yeah, I was starting to wonder the same thing. It's a place you can, like, loop around. I ended up wasting a significant amount of time on that, but I think we'll be okay. Since we can still kill these guys. Helps things out quite a bit. Go, 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 Link! Oh, he tried. No cigar. try killing this dude once he turns the corner here. Come on. There we go, that's an easier way to kill them. Let's go hit the switch. Shunk. Kinda want to time it when the platform's in a more convenient spot, but that's not bad. Could have been worse. This might be it right here. Yeah, it's a ticket. Tricksy hobbits. I'm gonna get as many of these time recoveries as possible. Go, go, go! Can we climb up on this? Oh, I guess there's another chest. Alright, take it. Go, 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 go! I was hoping it was going to be a green gem, but... Let's go all the way back down with this. Take it the long way. I think we still have to go recover the square gem. Go up. Yeah, how many floors are there? Does anyone know? Oh, there's the square, and we don't have to bring it anywhere. Perfect. This system is for the DS originally. I'm playing it on a 3DS. Alright, so we want to do square, circle, triangle. So it's all done using the stylus. There are no button presses. You can press one of the shoulder buttons as a shortcut to activate whatever item you have equipped. There's this one and Spirit Tracks, which are both stylus based, and then there's the 3DS title Link Between Worlds, which is a more traditional top-down Zelda game. Then you've got the remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for the 3DS. I think we didn't want to do it in this order, but we got some extra time from coming in there, so it was worth it. The Triforce Heroes as well, should add. Alright, so we can send this guy out, see what we can find. Can't find much, it looks like. Maybe kill... Hold on. Maybe get lucky and kill that alert guy. These phantoms I definitely want to kill if possible. Cool. Should be able to kill him, no problem. Is there alert floor here? Shit, there is. I'm gonna wait for him to walk back, so we're not wasting time doing it the long way. Phantom Hourglass is really good so far, Fire Gamer. I've never played Spirit Tracks before, so it'll be a blind playthrough for me, and this is my first time doing Phantom Hourglass. But so far I really enjoy it. It's got a really cool set of puzzles. It's got some fun game mechanics, some really cool boss fights. I think so far it's got my favorite puzzles of the entire Zelda series, which is saying a lot. Yeah, these are both pretty polarizing though, to be honest. A lot of people who are not fans of these two games because they're so different with using the touchscreen completely, requiring the stylus to play. But it means they end up using the items, the typical Zelda items, in a really clever way. I'll just keep moving here. Is there something I can catch on this other side? I guess I can hook shot my way over. Grappling hook. Whee! This is a bombable wall. There's still another phantom that we'd like to kill eventually. Oh god. That particular phantom is a teleporting phantom. And if he hits us, we lose a bunch of time, so kind of sucky. Hopefully he'll walk south, and if he walks right past us, we can just kill him. Don't have to worry about him anymore. Hi, Ben. Dead. Perfect. Might get us a new chest. Did get a new chest. Neato. Got a key. Purpose of which I don't yet know. But I'm sure we'll find out. Shortcut over there and see if we can hit that thing with the... Oh, we'll just wait for him to come back around the corner there. May as well take this slowly. Yeah, absolutely, Goomba. This is a problem that you have to think about in both Zelda games and in, like, Metroidvania games. Once you have all the upgrades, you want to let the player use all the upgrades in concert. A couple Zelda games that don't really do that. That's probably more sand, which we don't really need right now. Go ahead and go downstairs. Hey, Moral Atheists. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope all is well for you. Got him. Got some extra time. If these things detect you, automatically calls one of the phantoms over to kill you. Got him. You have to hit him around a corner. You want to have hope of killing them. What does this do? Little bridge. Nice. I'm doing alright. I always look forward to Zelda Day every week. Whoa! Pissing off the phantom. Right, let's chill here for a second. This is all like... This floor makes a noise when we walk on it, so if we're too close to a phantom, it calls their attention. This looks like a suspicious wall, but I don't remember if there's actually anything there. Never thrown a red pot. That sounds like a good idea. You can get it landing in a very convenient position. Got him. These gives us bridges. Hey. Oops, didn't mean to go down the stairs there. Let's go back up. That might be where we ultimately want to be, though. Alright, so that's a new treasure chest we haven't gotten yet. We're not going to worry too much about it, though. Not necessary to progress. Kill this guy, maybe get another chest out of it as well. Yep. I have never played Phantom Hourglass before. No, this is a blind playthrough for me, Snake. I've played every other Zelda game except for this one and Spirit Tracks, which we're going to be switching to as soon as we wrap this one up. That's pretty cool, but yeah, for whatever reason that never occurred to me, even though now that makes perfect sense in retrospect. Alright, we want to get up there. Shouldn't be hard. And I'm really enjoying this game so far, more than I thought I would. Just have to step on the switches, doesn't matter what order you do it in. Okay. Cool. There's another one down here we can pop up, I think. So this chest we just got probably isn't, it's probably like a spirit gem. Xenoblade was really good, Christian. I enjoyed it a lot. I've got the VOD up on YouTube if you wanted to see like the first 2 hours of the game. No major spoilers. Nothing really big happens in that time frame, but it's really cool, and I look forward to playing more of it. There we go. I am playing on a 3DS. I've got a 3DS capture card. Don't think these have been re-released since their original launch. Yeah, I know these games are pretty polarizing, the Zelda fandom, but I don't think that the criticism is warranted. Or I don't think that it's warranted to say that they're bad games, or absolutely. This one's not. It's got some really, really cool puzzles, awesome boss fights, neat dungeon design. It does a lot of things well. I think people were just kind of upset when it first came out because it was so different from the typical Zelda fare, you know? Alright, this part. Get him! Get him! There you go. Perfect. Oh, really? They're on the Virtual Console for the Wii U? No shit. So, like, you have 2 screens and everything? You use the gamepad? People couldn't get over the controls? Absolutely. Oh, man. I hope we get that in the US. More people will be able to stream this, then. Not a lot of people have the 3DS capture device. Play Spirit Tracks on your phone. Yeah, I imagine that would be pretty rough. Alright, we got a guy chasing after us. The booze. Drop some time, though, so they're worth killing. Alright, let's keep looping around. Guess if that thing sees us, there's no phantom anymore to catch us, so it doesn't really matter. Shortcut here. Nice. That's pretty satisfying. Don't know if it actually gives us anything new, though, that we couldn't get before. Let me stay here for a second. Yeah. Oh, wow. Snake, that's really cool. Jealous. It's for once for Pal gets something that we don't have. We also don't have Xenoblade Chronicles on the Virtual Console in the US. Okay. So I need to find some more of these Force Gems. Perfect. There's probably one in here. I think they're all on this floor, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's kill this dude. There we go, perfect. Dead. It'd be nice if they dropped a little bit of time, but I still think we'll be fine. Better Call Saul on Netflix would be nice. Good show, man. I like it almost as much as Breaking Bad, if not just as much. Yeah, I agree. Well, you know, you think about it, it isn't trivial for them to add whatever they want. It's not just a switch flip, especially for a lot of games. Harder than other ones. But still, you'd think if they're able to add it, they should. Okay, so I gotta go find one more of these things. I'm not quite sure where to look. I don't think there's any that we bring from upstairs. I'm checking though. Yeah, it's a shame when King of the Hill went off Netflix. Well, the problem was that all these networks before cool, here we go. Before Netflix was a big deal, they sold rights to their shows to Netflix. And now that Netflix is a serious competitor, they're like pulling out, not offering the shows anymore. It's kind of a bummer, actually. Got another chest. Maybe that's got a courage gem, but I don't think we're going to end up leaving the dungeon. Right, when it's a region thing, now there's not an excuse. Absolutely. Ah, that sucks, Spiky. Using Groove Shark for a long time is really nice, rather than YouTube. Big gold rupee, yeah, new sound effect. Really happy. Yeah, right, snake behavior. Zero Mission's such a good game too. Keep saying on stream that Zero Mission is the greatest video game remake ever, in my opinion. think it's just handled perfectly. Hola on Chrome is an extension that lets you have like a proxy. Good to know. Alright. Killing these dudes in a second. Have to do some shenanigans shooting them, I think. Let me carry that one with us. Just throw it, throw it, throw it, Link. Ah. Gonna go wait on the last one. Chill here for a second. Archer, nice. I love that show. It's so good. Uh-oh. I didn't know more of them would spawn. Makes sense. Glad I brought that little bit of safety down with us. Maybe there is a way to kill them without getting them from behind, but... Good God. No! Guy's just confused. Actually, that makes this part quite a bit easier, having the hiding spot there. Imagine this part being pretty rough without bringing the pot down with you. You can just chill here and snipe them slowly. Got him. Cool beans. Andrew and I have been cord cutters for a while. We stopped using cable a long time ago. It's funny though, like what Comcast does, at least where we live, they actually make the internet cheaper if you include cable in your bill. So even though I don't want to sign up for cable and I don't use the cable box, I returned it to them and said I'm not going to use it. My account shows as though I have cable, so I still count as a cable subscriber, so it doesn't look like cable is dying, right? Yeah, I love the boss fights in this game, Snake Behavior. They've all been really cool so far. Very, very clever. Stuff where you kind of pop in and you go, ah, I see what you did there. You say, aha, you get that nice cathartic handshake between you and the developer. This is this game's version of the long hallway. Great gaming trope. Build suspense, build hype at the end of the game. Nice. That's a pretty classic, at least Zelda exclusive thing when the door locks behind you. Take on me. Let's do it. Alright. All three spirits. I have no idea what we're in for. Yeah, good timing, sir. Yeah, I have a Patreon goal.
That's pretty good conveyance. Yeah, conveyance means show, don't tell.
The plan is to do game reviews of all the games we've beaten on stream in the backlog whenever it's a pretty aggressive Patreon stretch goal. But if we reach that point, when we reach that point, we'll go back and do it for sure. After we beat each game, and then for anything still in the backlog at that point. Oh man, Bellum is pretty nasty looking. Bellum, Evil Phantom. We've got all these items we can use. I don't ever guess what we're supposed to do first. Let's find out. Oh yeah, this is kind of like the classic. Oh, that's cool. Look, there's 2 levels in this dungeon. Possibly more than 2. I don't think we need to climb it yet, though. Sorry, moral atheist. I've gotten spooked by sound effects before, too. Okay, that just gives us hearts back. Doesn't look like the bow and arrow is what we need. This is just all for restocking, it appears. What other item would I possibly use? No, that's not it. Alright, let's just try climbing all the way up and see what happens. For funsies. Dude's gotta have multiple forms, right? Wouldn't be a Zelda boss otherwise. So weird things are trillium. I think there's a way you can yank on them? Oh. Thank you, Ciela. It's like, you're clearly doing the wrong thing by running up to the top of this room. Here we go. Yook. Ah, one of these. It's a pretty classic boss mechanic in Zelda. Come on. There you go, Link. Ouch. So we're gonna have to trace him up to different levels. Maybe we'll end up using all the different items in different phases. Good thing you don't have anything to hook with, so you can grapple onto the boss. Yeah, now we go up a level. Neat. So this one might be the bow and arrow phase. That seems correct. I like the design on this part. I like how it uses the 3D, whereas most of this game is effectively a top-down, you know, more old school Zelda game. They don't use the third dimension all that much. Ah, and this is kind of in the spirit of this dungeon. Now we gotta go do this thing we learned how to do before once again. As we progress through each phase. Ouch. I don't know if they have what their chance of dropping hearts is. It looks like they can do it. Keep chasing him on both sides. Oh yeah, it could definitely work, but it's sort of like there's lots of parts in Link Between Worlds that use the depth component, but you know it certainly works without that actually being turned on, and just the way that they went about designing the dungeons. It's still not actually 3D. Yeah, sometimes they drop hearts. It's helpful. Is that good enough? Gonna go up another level? This is cool music and this is a cool boss fight. Right, this is the same phase as before for now, at least. Final boss of Link's Awakening? Yeah, I can hear that. Oh, now they close their eyes sometimes. Interesting. Maybe they did that before and I was just getting to it in time. Y'all to drop some arrows would be really nice. There we go. Like he heard me. I like how you can be extra accurate in this section too. Because you're literally just like picking where you're aiming and tapping there. I went up another level, okay. Yeah, this is very much in the spirit of the game so far, where you keep coming back to this dungeon doing the earlier parts, but maybe you got a better sense of it, or it's slightly different the next time. Eyes don't close the first time. didn't think so. That's cool. Ouch. Hit them pretty quickly when they open, it looks like. Don't know what the spiny thing coming out of his butt is. Try to pay attention and figure it out. Those might require hammering, maybe? See in a second. I think we're still shooting eyeballs in the meantime. What you doing now, buddy? Ouch. Yeah, I think this one we want to hammer him. Unless if he reconnects here. Keep moving around. Yeah, he does eventually, okay. Alright, what's happening now? I don't think they should make a Zelda movie. I don't think that this series translates into film. A game like Uncharted would work as a movie, Metal Gear Solid could work as a movie. But, you know, any game that kind of has a silent protagonist and... Like, what story would you tell in the Zelda universe that you can't really tell in another universe that wouldn't be better told with a video game? I can imagine almost perfectly in my head, like, the bad Zelda movie. Like, I can picture all the lines. Gotta see my baby. Stuff like that. Getting your memories back? So the memory you lost. Long ago, Bellum attacked you, stealing your power memories. Now those power memories have surfaced. You have them back. That could be cool. It would be really hard to do it right, Snake Behavior, but yeah, if you could get a Metroid movie that has almost no dialogue, as close to zero as possible, more in the style of like Alien Isolation, or not Alien Isolation, but the first Alien movie, which would kind of be coming full circle since Metroid was inspired by Alien. Spirit of Time and Courage. Yeah, right, Topper, pretty much. Still too much to communicate in 3 hours, but... Yeah, an almost silent show don't tell Metroid movie could be a lot of fun, I think, if they did it right. No other characters. Samus never talks to anyone. Yeah, I see you moving around. What's your plan here? What can I use on it while it's doing that? Could boomerang it. Nope, that's not it. Could hammer it. Oh, it says it doesn't want me to use the hammer, at least not while I'm standing here. There we go. I tried bowing him in the eye when he comes around there. No, it doesn't look like that's it either. Could send a bomb chew after him. Oh, we can't use bomb chews in this fight at all, I don't think. Oh, I see. We just had to get down here. Here I am trying to do something. Take on any enemy. As long as I trust my true power to the Phantom Hourglass, you have the ability to stop time. Oh, cool. Focus your power on the Hourglass with the Phantom Sphere I release. Each Phantom has the ability to stop time once. Hourglass icon will appear at the bottom of the screen. Touch that and draw the shape of the Phantom Hourglass to figure 8. Oh, shoot. Don't have enough time to get to him where he is right now. Gotta stop it at a more reasonable time. Okay, so we just want to not take damage then while we wait. We want to have him moving the way he's moving right now, I think. Cool. We can't climb back up. cool. That's pretty neat. Take it, Bob Ross. Oh, I will. Go, 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 go! I like that it doesn't trace the hourglass for you, so you just have to know that you're doing it right. Heck yeah, plaster! Wait, where is it? Just give me one. There it is. Ow. Jerk. Nope, not yet. I want to do it while he's up there. Pointless. All this damage. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this fight so far. It's clever. We do it? Can't be the end, right? Yeah, I don't know what the 3 would do, Mega Man. What have you been finding more of so far? This game has a lot of cool boss fights. I really enjoyed what was the one where we had to use the hammer to like launch ourselves at him to break his armor. That was really cool. I'm not convinced. If that's GG, you can tell me. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna get some Spirit Tracks time today. Nice save. Oh man. Poor Link. And fall right on Linebeck. This game has great comedic timing in its cutscenes. Look at his eyes. Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love everything about this game so far. I guess I kind of agree with people who complain about having to go back to the Hourglass dungeon repeatedly. They give you some shortcuts, but probably not enough. But it was a cool idea, and it sounds like they iterated on it a bit for Spirit Tracks. Which we're going to transition to as soon as the game's final cutscenes wrap up. Yay, Tetra! Isabella, I use some of my power and focus on Tetra. Alright. You've done it, Bob Ross. Yeah, the idea of a central dungeon is really cool. I was mentioning that it's cool that you come back there with the Phantom Sword, and these things that were previously a problem for you now aren't a problem. I like coming back with more upgrades and being able to get through more of it faster with the shortcuts. Reds are fighting Barbadosu. Zelda's Lullaby in there. It wasn't all Bob Ross. You stopped time. I'd say that's pretty important. Yeah, that was really cool, Goomba. And you figure it out really quick here, because like first you'd make the mistake of making the slingshot flat, and then you go, oh, I angle it to hit the other one. Cool, I get it. What are you talking about? You left all the dangerous stuff to Bob Ross. The classic anime pose. Anyone actually stand like that? Interesting, because we know what it looks like. We know what it means when we see it. Yeah, there actually is a lot of unique music. What? We're not done yet. So much for GG. Tricking us here. Good on all of you for not telling me. Would have been very tempting to say, "No, man, you're not done yet." Barbarossa. Yeah, that's why my power isn't fully restored. Gonna do a boat fight. Right, Goomba. The neutral ending, yeah. You guys had the good sense to not tell me that I wasn't in an epilogue, though. Right, Tamara? Yeah, I can hear that chaos. It's all on the ghost ship that brings it back. He just made a bunch of eyeball targets. Yeah, Lineback gets to participate. Now, is he just gonna move it, or do I have to, like, route him as well? Okay, good. Our boat does not have any upgrades, so we have very few hit points. We do not want to screw this up. Like that. Almost happened. We gotta focus more on deflecting the shots than hitting him, I think. I won't be looking at chat during this fight because I'm worried about screwing it up. Oh god, that's so many. Okay, sometimes they drop hearts, so this isn't all the hearts we have for the fight, but still potentially very rough. Because this was kind of missing from Wind Waker. You didn't get a final, like, epic boat part. You ended up kind of hating the boat because you were using it for the silly Triforce piece hunt. But I don't know if it would have fit in Wind Waker. I feel like Wind Waker already has the perfect final boss fight. It doesn't need anything else. Come on. I don't know if each eyeball counts as a hit point. I'm good so far, Bob Ross. Oh, I will. I think that's the thing that drops a heart sometimes. We aim it well. Oh shit. Took a hit there. Wasn't paying close enough attention. I think the other ones are all on the other side now. No, I agree, Snake. I feel like there was some bad rap for this game when it first came out. I think people who gave it a bad rap back then should come back to it now. Fresh sense of eyes. More fair. Might just be those last two that I can see. Maybe not close enough yet. Come on, Lineback. Get a little bit closer there, buddy. It's most of them. I don't have punishment from the SS Lineback. Yeah. Bonus boat gameplay. Before you do that, this would be dangerous. Shouldn't you save first? Yes, thank you. Look at that, Linebeck looking out, saving my game. Oh, I'm excited for that snake, to see how it looks like in HD, absolutely. Hey, thanks for the follow, Nintendo Nerd. Appreciate that. Oh god. Oh no! The old man and our boat! Oh man, shit's personal now. You don't kill our boat, and you don't kill our old man. They're two things that I will not abide. Discretion will not stand, man. My ship. Wait, seriously? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I didn't care about anything else, but you killed our boat. Nice. Linebeck's got character arc. Wake up, Bob Ross. As you'd expect from a tentacle monster. We're playing Zelda today for another hour and 15 minutes, so after we beat Phantom Hourglass, we're going to go right to Spirit Tracks, which is the next game in the series. If you're just joining us, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch. I'm making some good progress. We have a Zelda day once per week, so if you're just here for Zelda, we'd be happy to see you again next week, Monday. As some of the other games on the schedule now include Phoenix Wright. We just beat Uncharted. We'll be doing some Earthbound Beginnings next Tuesday. Trying to wrap that one up. Oh no! Don't take over, Linebeck! Don't do this! He's got feet like Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh man. This is freaky. This is freaky deaky. Spirit Tractors. Oh shit. That's pretty cool. So we get our sword fight at the end of the game. Nice. Helm's a bad one. He latched onto the back. I'm gonna get my time effect again. Use this, yes, please. Okay, get far away from him so we can use this. Shoot. Try and draw it. Ah, but it's closed. How do we know when it's open or not, I wonder? What his weak spot is eye. Stop time and everything. Eye has to open at some point. Move his back to the top screen. Cool. Look at the top screen. Uh-oh. Got me. So what do we do with that then? Believe in the power of the Phantom Sword and battle him. Okay. Don't think I'm allowed to use any items in this fight. At least there's nowhere for them to drop. There we go. Yeah. Phantom Sphere time. Let's do it. Alright, thank you. Cool, I get it. I think I can build some of these up, maybe? Would be nice. Holy shit. Let's use a potion here before he kills us. Got two of them. Yeah. Music for this game, for the special fights and the special cutscenes is really good. It's just there's not enough music in it. I see that it's open, but I'm going to try to time it a little bit better. I'm going to practice drawing my, ouch. My hourglass, you know? Go, 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 go! I like how you can still see it on the top screen when that happens. It's cool. I'm going to loosen his grip. Ouch. Can get better at that. There we go, now we can get an orb. Give me that orb! Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh shit, I got too excited. Yeah, I can see how this can get disorienting. Go, 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 go! Yeah, absolutely. This is what we were talking about. We were saying this game really works because it doesn't require a lot of extremely precise use of the stylus. But that's not true here. This part requires some precision for sure. Got it. Orb, alright. Much more precise than anything else we've had to do so far, at least. Oh god. Go, 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 go! Let's see how we're doing here. Poor Linebeck. Still not GG. Oh, wait, maybe it is. Yeah, you need the stylus for this, absolutely. This fight's really cool. I like how it makes you do everything you've learned so far. Use a lot of the items in the fight leading up to it. It's like 5 phases. That's a lot for a Zelda final boss. Pretty standard on like the Final Fantasy Edge. GG. I don't know, I'm suspicious now. So we'll get a little bit less than an hour of Spirit Tracks, but we'll get this started up. Have a really good starting point, launching off point for next week Monday. Is Spirit Tracks a similar duration? This one? Yeah, go for it, Frav. Thanks for asking. What's going on here? I thought. But I think I remember something about Bob Ross. What do you remember, friend? About the same length? Cool. I'm so pumped to play it and then to get into the Fall of Link timeline. Thanks, Skyhawk. Appreciate that. Oh, look how happy he is. Happy Link. You hadn't set up the bell, and when you did, who knows what might have happened. Yeah, fighting you is a lot easier than fighting Tentacle Monster. Poor Grandpa. See if he's okay now that Bellum's dead. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool, Dauber? If you had a costume option for Toon Link to use the Phantom Sword. I'd love to see them add Toon Zelda and Toon Ganon to the game with different movesets. They could do Toon Ganon more like, you know, instead of being a Captain Falcon clone, give him his own moveset. I know they're not going to change normal Ganondorf because it's Sakurai's main. Bob Ross is so happy. It's his true form. He's a windfish. He's a whale. Mastodon song. White whale, holy grail. Yeah, right, Goomba. Yeah, I feel like Toon Link fits almost more in these two games. Now he's kind of coming into his own. This is what his thing is. He's different from the other Links. He's not the hero of time, he's the hero of the wind. They make that point. He's not part of the bloodline because the bloodline ended in this timeline. Alright, Chaos. I might just decide that Wind Waker Link is Bob Ross. Titanium whale. Cool. Yeah, sorry Tetra, you were actually really great and helpful in Wind Waker, but Tetra didn't really get to do a lot in this. She was a damsel in distress. Which sometimes you have those, but I like that she was helpful, independent. She got to participate in the final boss fight, which I thought was really cool. Cool enough that they brought it back in Twilight Princess. Are there any fan theories connecting the Windfish to Oshus? Zelda's got the most proactive role in Spirit Tracks. Cool. That's good to hear. Not from you, Sparkles. Hey, I can stop time. Sand of Hours return and peace reigns. The ghost ship will no longer haunt your world. I understand that the Link in Spirit Tracks is not the same Link from these two games, right? Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass are like Ocarina and Majora's Mask. But then we're jumping ahead in time for Spirit Tracks. Cool, Dauber. Awesome. 100 years later. Awesome. So you could kind of argue that Spirit Tracks is contemporaneous with Zelda 2. Because Wind Waker takes place at about the same time in a different timeline as Twilight Princess. Or maybe it's even further in the future. I think it's supposed to be that Twilight Princess is supposed to happen, but there's no Link to stop Ganon. So since there's no Link to stop Ganon, Ganon just takes over, and as a last resort, they flood Hyrule. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear that, True Dabber. Yeah, there's been like 12 unique songs or something in the last 40 minutes of gameplay. Like, where was all this earlier in the game? They spent it all on cutscene music. It's a good cover of it too. I like the acoustic guitar. That could be interesting, Yukupo. I could see them doing it. There's been more thought given to the Zelda timeline than it seems. It seems like it's arbitrary, but playing through them in chronological order for the first time, I've never done it that way. You can kind of see where things make sense and aren't just completely random. There's the budget. Right, Serpent. Yeah, they're gonna do that, and then, you know, Link's gonna show up. He's gonna have a bunch of zippers on his hero's tunic. Unnecessary zippers. He'll have like one shoulder pad. He'll be wearing like gym shorts, baggy gym shorts. Mm-hmm. Yukubo. I love that, like, almost South Park style construction paper art we have at the bottom screen there. They used that to great comedic effect a couple times in this game. Alright, see you, Raph. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear that Plaster Master. Yeah, I love the Link to the Past epilogue. My all-time favorite epilogue song, not epilogue, but a credits song, is Final Fantasy VI. Because it's so awesome. It uses all the motifs from the entire game for all the different characters. It's like 20 minutes long or something. Hyrule and Lottery was cool, yeah. I think Link Between Worlds has my favorite story, like independent story of any of the Zelda games. It's one of those things where you start to become suspicious of what's going on in that game, you know, as you're playing it. Got a really cool final boss fight. You really get that aha moment. Ben, you just unplugged my Wii U gamepad for no reason. Why would you do that? Spritz him with the... Bob Ross, look how happy he is. Asking for the name like that reminds me of, Earthbound. Oh! Alright, Chaos. He just thinks there's waffles trapped inside the Wii U gamepad. Keep the ghost ship now? Whoa? Miss this song. I love these kind of like fat man ambling around with a tuba songs, for lack of a better term. The Fat Chocobo song. Sousaphone shuffles. All over video game music, and they're great. You get exactly the sense that you need. Did you even look for us? Yeah, where the hell have they been this whole time? It's only been 10 minutes. Oh, shit! Interesting. So they're pulling a Link's Awakening here. I can hear 16 melodies, yeah. The Earthbound credits music is really good too. I just love that Final Fantasy VI one though. Final Fantasy VI, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that happens in that game just because Nobuo Uematsu wanted to write an opera, or Nobuo Uematsu wanted to do this crazy epics credits music. I'm excited to see Skies of Arcadia. I hear lots of good things about it. I've never played it before. Yeah, now that Phoenix Wright is gone, it's Skies versus Dark Souls. And maybe Dead Space. Dead Space is fairly short though. It's the shortest of those three games. Yeah, Link to the Past is good credits music. Same reason. Still have the Hourglass. Yeah, Dauber, that's what happens in any Final Fantasy ending theme that... Ooh, that's good right there, too. Speaking of frisson... Frisson's a fancy French loanword that means the tingles you get when you listen to music that's cathartic. Anyway, Final Fantasy credits music, when it transitions into, like, the prologue... Not the arpeggio, but the da 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 da. I love that song. Yeah, this game looks really good. I'm impressed at what they were able to do with it. So that was Phantom Hourglass.